Disagree with Lily to get the bad ending. I'm dreading this man so much. I listen carefully to what Lily has to say, but I can't bring myself to agree with her. Hanako is a delicate person at the best of times, and after what happened when her birthday was brought up, I think this is the very last situation where we should be leaving her alone if she is desperately secluding herself. Feels like Lily has a very definite image of how best to deal with Hanako in her mind, though. Not just now, but in all the time that I've known the two. I'm well over the best course of action in my head, and find myself trying to verbally agree with Lily as softly and ambivalently as I can. We make some small talk afterwards, but none of us really has much stomach for it in the light of recent events. We say our goodbyes before I hang up. I want to talk to Hanako myself, to help her as best I can. Best thing for her right now would be to have someone close to her, not to be left alone. I rap my knuckles thrice on Hanako's door, as expected. There's no answer. I briefly consider knocking again, but I know full well that I'd get just the same result if I did. Misstep! Yeah, that doesn't sound promising, does it? Cold iron. Resting my hand on Hanako's door handle, I try and prepare what I want to say to her. Try as I might, I can't really think of anything worth saying. I want to comfort her, yes, but I have no idea how to do that. That alone is almost enough to stop me. I told Lily that I would, though, so I feel I have to follow through, whether I'm confident about it or not. I turn the handle downwards with a large amount of hesitation. It doesn't move far, though, due to the door being locked. Hanako. So she really has locked me out after everything that happened between us. The time that we spent together, she shut me out completely. I don't know if you can hear me, but just want to talk to you a bit. If you can hear me, could you unlock the door? I wait in silence, minutes pass, but eventually I hear footsteps coming to the door and the lock being worked. At least she's willing to hear me out. That's one good thing. I don't really know what to say, but just wanted to see you. I want to make sure you're alright. Take a breath before pushing the handle down and opening the door. If she unlocked it without raising any protest, it should be fine for me to go in. Hanako is sitting on the side of her bed, her face sullen as though deep in thought. The room is as dark as ever, and right now she seems to perfectly suit the mood it gives off. Eventually her eyes slowly move to the door. As soon as she notices my presence, she darts off her bed and jumps to her feet, facing me straight on. Her oversized gown makes this gesture look all the more sweeping as it freely moves about her light frame. What are you? I quickly regret coming in as I look at her. She looks depressed, but there's a tinge of anger behind it. Sure she can make this kind of expression as well. I just wanted to check that you were alright. I thought it'd be okay since you unlocked the door. Hanako opens her mouth to speak, but quickly closes again before looking away. We stand in silence for a while before she steps back and sits down on the side of her bed. I'm not sure whether she's frustrated with me and resigned to the fact that I'm here, or generally okay with me being in her room. Once again, I find myself completely unable to work out how she feels. It's annoying. I end up walking to her desk chair and taking a seat. I do it slowly to allow her time to raise any issues she might have with me sticking around. But she doesn't say anything. All she does is stare at the ground, not moving a muscle. After sitting with my front of the chair's back, I take a better look at Hanako. She appears pale, but her cheeks look red. I'm not sure she's been eating well either, given how thin her frame looks. Well, you might have said it would be better if I kept more of a distance from her, but it's hard to think of that as the correct way to deal with Hanako when she looks like this. She keeps looking at the ground without a word, as if waiting for me to say something. It's entirely reasonable, since I'm the one who came into her room. Want me to go out somewhere? Going down the... want to go out somewhere, I mean. Going down the hill to town might be a bit much, but you could at least go for a walk outside. Why do you want to do that? I was just thinking that it might help you. You spend so much time inside, your skin's going to get as pale as Lily's before long. I snort in amusement, expecting Hanako to do the same, but she gives no reaction. She just goes back to looking at the ground. I don't want to go either. It's fine. I played soccer and hung out with friends after school a lot before coming to Hanako, so I like being outdoors. Hanako shows no visible reaction. It's hard to talk to her when the discussion is so one-sided. We could go to the library, if it wasn't closed by about now. Gardens would be fine, though. She begins to play with her hair. It's distracting and strikes me as a little unusual for her. Then again, since the incident in class happened, I've been tiptoeing around her for fear of hurting her like that again. Actively trying to get her outside might be a good thing. I lean forward a bit more in the chair and give her a slightly forced smile to try and lighten the mood a little. Wouldn't be anyone around by now, so you wouldn't have to worry about someone getting in our way. It could be a little date or something. I give a small chuckle but catch myself as Hanako stops playing with her hair and grips the bed tightly. Hanako's mouth moves, but try as I might, I can't pick out what she's mumbling. Hanako? You don't understand. Even now I can only barely understand what she says. It feels like she's trying to make her presence as small as possible. That's incredibly natural for her to do in class or around others, but it hurts when she tries it around me. I told you, it's fine, it's just a little walk. Nobody notice. Notice, I mean. I get out of the chair and walk towards the door, turning back to invite Hanako along. Once again, she doesn't respond at all to what I say. I don't. Going outside for a bit is good for clearing your head. Yeah, he really does he? Why do you want to do this? Because I want to help you. I don't want help. You just come here, try and get me out. I don't mind. I think everyone needs help sometimes. When I was trying to get through my first days at Hanako, you and Lily helped me out a lot. Besides, I'm not exactly busy. I don't want to go. I'm fine. I don't really think it's healthy to stay indoors that long. The sun's still got a little life left in it, so it's not too late to have at least a little walk. I could probably use a bit of exercise anyway to help wake me up. I've got some homework to get done, and it wouldn't be good to fall asleep halfway through doing it. Then go. By myself? She nods. Well, I'm not really against that, but you sure? I swung by to invite you to come with me. I'm fine. You can go. Come on, just a small walk. Please just go. I'm fine here. Want to go? I try to look at her face to gauge her feelings, but her expression is wooden, as if it was so carefully arranged that a single movement might cause it to collapse. Well, if you want to stay here, maybe we could play a game. Just leave, please. I don't want to do anything right now. Surely there's something you want to do. It must be boring sitting here in your room alone. I want you to go. Come on, you don't have to be like that. I just want to spend time with you. Lily and I are worried, so... You talked to her. Yeah, we were on the phone just a little while ago. We're both really worried about you. Hanako mumbles to herself again. It's increasingly disturbing. Hanako? I tell you, please, go away. I don't understand anything. If we just had a talk, you could tell me what I don't understand. I just want to protect you. I don't really see... Get out, please. Just locking herself into a room again isn't going to help anything, Hanako. Please. Silence. It's like I said, you could put yourself in her situation, but you wouldn't 100% get it to how she is. So, Hanako, I just want to help you. She suddenly storms off her bed, turning to me with an expression that takes me completely off guard. It's also first I think we've never seen her other eye. But again, her hair is still covering her eye, but you can see her through it anyway. Wait, this track is called, Cage Heart. Misstep is right here. She suddenly storms off her bed, turning to me with an expression that takes me completely off guard. Get out of my room! Get out of my room! Get out of my room! Hanako yells at me with such force that for the first time in a long time, I feel genuinely frightened. I have no idea how to react to this. From Hanako of all people. Leave! I'm telling you, go! But I was just trying to help you. I know I need help. I know I'm broken. I don't need you to tell me that. I never said you were broken or anything like that. It's written on your face. It's written on Lily's face. It's written on everybody's faces. I see your perverts every week. Lily darts on me as if I were a child, and now even you. Nothing's changed, nothing at all. I hate Lily and I hate you more than anyone. Her face moves in strange, almost grotesque ways. I've never seen someone completely lose it before. It looks like the usually quiet and withdrawn girl in front of me is going into just a destructive cycle before my eyes. As such, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what I should say or do. Go! Leave me alone! Get out of here! Take a step back, then another, and then another. My retreat is only halted when I feel the door against my back. I can't fix the situation. Nothing I say would change anything. Now I feel like I'm in a strange and deeply unsettling foreign world. I don't want to be here anymore. Though Handel fights my clumsy attempts to open the door without turning my back to Hanako. Eventually, thankfully, the handle moves downwards. I open the door as fast as I can and almost leap backwards through it. As I go, though, I keep my eyes on the girl in front of me. She's not broken. Hanako isn't broken. If she was broken, then I'm just as broken as she is after all that's happened to me. Lily only ever did the best by her, and I only ever tried to protect her as best as I could. Hanako looks down, all her energy spent. Not that I have stepped out of her room. Now, I mean, the worst of her fury is gone. But even now, I can't bring myself to argue with her. It's not just a deep shock at what she said. It feels like something else is stopping me. Something deep that makes me physically sick. Without a word, I slowly shut the door. The creak of the old hinges sound almost deafening. With a final thud, the wooden door closes. The Hanako that I felt I knew disappears behind it, and only faint orange silvers of light peek around the very edges. I feel numb. Without anything else to do, I begin to walk down to my dormitory room, mechanically placing one foot in front of the other while barely registering a finger around me. My mind keeps ticking, questioning everything that I thought I knew about Hanako. But one thing is not questioned, that shutting that door brought her close to more than that single visit. Bad ending. But it didn't drag out, so I imagine it's gonna be freaking neutral and it's gonna be more depressing, isn't it? It's just like no soundtrack on bad and neutral endings. It's like I thought that fit the mood. I even put in a bit of the what's that track called? Innocence, I think it is, where it's like just so I throw that into it. Well, I was expecting worse, honestly. Actually, let me just check the walkthrough. Ah, okay, so that was the last CG. Well, not really, because we haven't got our all the CGs. But that's like, there'd be one CG missing. I suppose it must be the look on her face when you eventually leave. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, would it be 3 or 4? Okay, 4. No, that's Lily's one. So these are CGs so far. So this one would appear in any of them, I imagine. Just notice, penguin. That must be the CG that you'd be missing if you just went for a normal ending or the neutral ending, I imagine. Well, if you went for a neutral ending, you'd miss these CGs right here as well. I imagine they lead all the way to here. And I imagine quite a few of them are from those type of scenes, because they tend to take up a lot of CGs. But anyway, actually, let's have a look-see. How far are we into the route? Man, there's still a lot of scenes anyway. So I imagine that the other one for the neutral ending maybe be right here. But it's still quite a bit to a route if you take the normal route thing going on. We got all the other ones. What does it say about misstep? The side routes pull Hanako out of her room with startling results. Well, let's get a neutral ending before calling it apart about recording. The beginning of the end. Wait, I didn't save, did I? It's really? We're gonna have to freaking fast forward through it. Let me just check walkthrough real quick. Hang on a minute. We technically don't need to have this choice. We only do this choice if you want to get the bad ending, because this is required. Before the neutral ending, it doesn't matter either way. So, you know what? Let's focus on something a bit more uplifting, maybe. Because that ending sucked. In that kind of sense that it was kind of depressing. The bus stop standing by the school gates looks like school gates like a mute or whatever puts a strange idea in my mind. Do you want to head into town and look for a bookshop or something? We have the rest of the day free. This is obviously what makes the change between getting just the bad neutral endings to getting the good normal ending. It's a long shot, as Hanako doesn't like going into the city. I count the fact that we managed to get her out there even when it was so dark as a small miracle, for I generally want to spend more time with her. Anyway, she's likely to just refuse and go back to... Oh, okay. Really? Really, let's go. I can't work out why Hanako has decided to agree with me, but I'm not about to ask her to change her mind. Yo, isn't it just like, after seeing... Man, you people are loud! Loud sound effects. But after the scene we saw, it's just like a very different side of Hanako there. Obviously, she doesn't hate Lily or Hisawa, obviously. That's more of just out of frustration, I imagine, of not being truly 100% understood. All that kind of builds up. Stepping off the bus, I immediately noticed that a lot of people are around us. In hindsight, it should have been obvious. Of course, lots of people will be downtown on a Saturday afternoon. Hanako retreats close to my side, and I can feel her hand clutching my arm tightly. Her body is held against mine, and her head is bowed so low that her hat hides most of her skull. So, where shall we go? Bookstore? Hanako's present and my other general living expenses have pretty much drained my budget, but I should be able to afford a few books. There's something I try to reserve a few funds for anyway. For a second I think Hanako didn't hear me, but then I looked to my side and noticed her nodding almost imperceptibly. Okay, you know of one. Actually, I do. We passed through when Lily and I were looking for your presents. Hanako's expression clouds attraction. I've got to remember to stop bringing up her birthday. People spend a lot of time. Or maybe I misjudged the situation. Well, we wanted to make sure we got the right present after all. Hanako smiles and blushes a bit. It's a small treasure when she does. Anyway, there should be a bookshop just up ahead. You want to check it out? Sure. The crowds start to build as we head towards the bookshop along the raised walkways. Hanako latches her other arm onto me as well as a dog barks in the background, making our progress a little slower. As we walk, the sound of the traffic makes me think of a possible distraction for her. I was wondering, Hanako, have you thought yet about what you're going to learn when you're going to learn to drive? Driving? Yeah, you're kind of lucky in a way. There aren't a whole lot of students out in Malka that are allowed to drive. It's not the best topic of conversation, but I want to try and distract Hanako from the situation. She's really highly strung right now. Then again, all I've really done is make her feel awkward, since she's probably never thought about it, so I wish I hadn't said anything. I have thought about driving, but at the same time I wouldn't know how to go about it, man. For long as we are before one of the bookshops Lily and I pass by during our search. What kind of self-respecting bookshop closes on Saturdays? Bookshops don't make much money anymore because of the internet. Maybe they just had to close over weekends. They acknowledge the existence of the internet, but they never use it. She seems pretty knowledgeable about technology. It's like, oh, she's probably the only character who uses the internet. Actually, I can't even imagine her using the internet. Actually, I can, but at the same time, what would she use the internet for? Certainly not social media. I guess it's a pursuit that would lend itself well to somebody who enjoys solitude. Now I'm just picturing just like, is it like me just like, thinking just like, oh yeah, like let's look up sites where like list of various kind of things, like 10 mysteries, 10 things here and 10 things here, and just generally list-based stuff. Like a site that I frequent somewhat, a site called Listverse, that has like some of the articles just like, yeah, interesting, some of them not so much, but some of them interesting. But nowadays, anytime I just like look to the site, it's like what? Like 10 terrible murders or some shit. I would be like, nope, I don't want to hear about that shit anymore. I've been disturbed enough by those lists in the past. Just like, give me something like, okay, 10 things that science does not able to understand. Something like that. Stuff like that. It's like, yeah, okay, fine. That'd be kind of random, wouldn't it? I guess that makes sense. It's easy to find books online. It's true, man. It really is. Just like, is Amazon got it? eBay, whatever. And then you got Kindles nowadays. I haven't got a Kindle, but my brother does, so I know all about that sort of. Anyway, it looks like this idea is shot. Anything else you'd like to do? I said anything else? If it's not a bother, could you show me where you bought my present? Ah, yeah, I remember now. He does. Because it's like the antique shop gets another visit, and forget when that happened. Interruption. Anyways, yeah, I forgot all about this scene sort of till just now. Sure, not a problem. It's not far from here. I head off in the direction of the store, only half sure of its exact location. I don't want to repeat of the last time, spending half the day walking around aimlessly. Here we are, Fellows Antiques. It's small. Well, yes, it took Lily and I some time to find it. Can we go in? I don't see why not. It's open. Hanako pushes through the door and enters before me. Once again, the store is empty save for the store owner. His face drops a little when he sees me. Oh, you're not here for a return, are you? Wait, that's not the girl you had with you last time. No, we're not here to return anything. We're just in town and want to have another look in here. Store owner considered this for quite a long time. I guess he's not used to high school students coming to his shop on a regular basis. Would this be the friend you bought gifts for? That's right, they were presents for her. The store owner turns to Hanako, who freezes on the spot like a deer caught in headlights. He moves to address her, but stops before doing so, looking a little taken aback. He catches himself staring and looks to the side. Addressing us indirectly, his expression is awkward and tense, as is his entire body. I want to be mad at him, but I know full well that I had the same instinctive reaction when I first saw her. First surprise, then curiosity, then an awkward look away as I dealt with what I'd seen. Hanako looks less panicked than before, but I think the feeling she is giving off now is worse. It's not anger nor annoyance. If anything, it's one of apology. You're lucky there, young lady, to have friends that care about you as much as they do. Thank you. If I hadn't spent so much time with Hanako, I wouldn't even have realized that she said anything. And again, the store owner's mumble was hardly clear either, thanks in part to being directed away from us. Hanako strikes out into the store, gazing in wonders at the various items on display. She finds the doll section and spends a lingering minutes studying each and every one. It's a side of Hanako I've only barely been introduced to. I was astonished when Lily said she liked dolls, and even more so to find her collection sitting on her dresser. She looks a little better now that she's distracted and out of the store owner's sight. I'm still quite put off by the whole experience. I have my own problems, but I've never had strangers react to me like that, as if I was something completely alien to them.
This is a nice shop.
Yeah, it's not what I expected. Do you want to buy something?
I didn't bring any money.
Well, we can always come again. Now that I know where to find it, that is.
We can?
Of course, we can come here as often as you like.
Thank you.
You don't need to thank me, I almost forgot where this place was. I don't really think all of us completely believes in what we're saying, but rather we're just repeating what we think we should say.
Can we go back to the school now?
Sure thing, let's go. As we leave for the bus stop, I see the store owner peek through the curtain at the back of the shop. I'm not really sure what that glance he gives to her says. Feels a bit weird, and the fact that Hanako didn't see it is both a relief and a bit frustrating. It's probably like, you're not shoplifting, are you? Hanako and I stopped walking once we reached the concrete area between the dormitory buildings. There was barely a word said between us on the way back from the city. That's a thing. If you haven't just walked into a shop, but you don't buy anything, you don't really browse on much, and then you just leave, it just like feels weird, doesn't it? It's like, what? They're gonna be like, hey man, that person's shoplifting. But if that was the case, it would have set off the alarm. But what if they don't have an alarm installed? In that case, why wouldn't they?
Well then, goodbye.
Do you want to have some tea or something? How about a game? Hanako shakes her head embarrassedly.
I'm tired. Maybe later. I've got homework.
It's the same as last time then. She sounds a little depressed. Hanako obviously does want to do more, but I suppose she would have a bit of schoolwork to catch up on. She's missed a few days of lessons. Homework. Thanks for reminding me. I've got a stack to do as well. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
See you, Sao.
Before I can say goodbye, Hanako has turned and began walking towards the entrance to the female dormitory building. I look at the door she disappears through for a bit before going off towards my own dorms. Today was a tiring day. Act for scars. I wake up to my bed of blah 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 blah. Now it's time for skip mode once more.
Skip mode, skip mode, skip mode, skip mode. Skip as conspiracy mode, conspiracy mode. And then suddenly,
So, if we trust your own judgment this time around, neutral ending. If you agree with her, it'll suddenly go from getting a bad ending to getting a good ending. How about that? It all comes down to that one choice before it. But I've got to call it a part here, partly because I just got an interruption before I could even finish that sentence. Because I have a pot noodle. I mean, that's not enough to really stop a recording, but I've been recording for I don't even know how long. And so yeah, I will see you next time when we go for the neutral ending and then we go for the good ending, which would take a considerable amount of time more, I'd imagine, to get to, because there'd be more scenes than, you know, just getting a neutral ending. But anyways, actually I should save right here. Well, I do that usually right after recording, but still. So I shall see you next time, viewers. See you next time.